My heart goes out to man. I am the Lord that makes all things, that stretches forth the heavens alone, that spreads abroad the earth by myself, that frustrates the tokens of liars and makes diviners mad, that turns wise men backwards and makes their knowledge foolish. Yes, we have become wise and crafty in our own ways. We have figured out how we can oppress people and just get away with it, and everybody accepts it and keeps moving on, right? You know, we make food that gets people addicted to it, and we make pornography, and we make all these things that people lust after, and people are happy because we keep showing them these happy faces on YouTube and all over the place. And everybody's going, oh, life is so great. But for how long? For how long? You know, one day will come when our children will just appreciate some clean water, you know? But how come we can't appreciate that now? Why can't we not appreciate that now? Because we're too busy selling ourselves. We're trying to exalt ourselves, our own name, our own reputation, our bodies on high. We want to be the God. We want people to follow us. Yeah. Yes. But He will turn that around. Onto our head. I will go before you and make the crooked places straight. The Lord will need to make the crooked places straight. I think Ecclesiastes said that nobody can make crooked places straight. Well, Isaiah says that they can. I will give you the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places. In chains they shall come over, and they shall fall down unto you. They shall make supplication unto you, saying, surely God is in you, and there is no one else. There is no God. Verily, you are a God that hide yourself, a God of Israel, the Savior. They shall be ashamed and also confounded, confused, because you're trusting in man. You gotta go in there, it's all quiet, you know, nobody wants to tell you what the law is, right? Get a lawyer, he'll tell you. No, they won't. They're gonna work deals behind the back rooms. It's been working for them thousands of years now. So, you know, as long as it works for those at the top that are profiting at the expense of others, then there's no reason for them to seek a change. So we have to seek the change from within, from us. It has to come from us, the serfs, the working class, the ones that actually break our backs. You know, I got a master's degree, but I break my back because I refuse to go work for a system or for a corporation that oppresses people, and I refuse to take orders in that sense. So I break my back, moving bridges. All of them, they shall go down in confusion together that are makers of idols. We have made our idols. You know, when you go in a courtroom, the judge, man, you better respect him. Stand up for him. You know, I think it was Mordecai and Esther that would not stand for the king of Persia. So they sought his life to kill him. But he refused to stand for the king of Persia. And in the end, he was granted power over the land. Yeah. Chapter 46, Isaiah. Bel bows down, Nebo stoops. Their idols were upon the beasts and upon the cattle. Your carriages were heavy loaded. They are a burden to the weary beasts. They stoop. They bow down together. They could not deliver the burden. They themselves are gone into captivity. They themselves went into captivity. You know, Frederick Douglass loved to read. He said he would read anything he got his hands on. This was an unlearned man. He was a slave. It was not acceptable at the time for slaves to read. It was much discouraged. And there was a reason for that. Today, you know, we are slaves, but we're flooded with this content that we get so distracted we don't know what we're reading. The lawyers, they got all these new software. They can just get all the information at their hands, so they know what to look at. And they've used that against us. Chapter 47. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for you shall no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover your locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thighs. Pass over the rivers. Your nakedness shall be uncovered. Your shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet you as a man. Therefore, hear now this, you that are given to pleasures, that dwell carelessly, and say in your heart, I am, and no one else besides I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to you in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon you in the perfection of the multitude of your sorceries, for the great abundance of your enchantments. For you have trusted in your wickedness. You have said, no one sees I. Haven't we all said that at one time? You know, we're sinning, and we're going, nobody can see this. Well, it's not real. The Lord sees us, and He knows. He has hidden His face from us as a result. He has taken away that understanding, that empowerment that we seek so much. Everybody needs power. We all have a need for power. You know, that's why certain people do certain things. But from wherewith will this power come? Will it come from a holy place? Or will it come from a place of temporary satisfaction? You has labored from your youth. If so be you shall be able to profit. If so be you shall may prevail. Thank you. I'm doing a wonderful job. My beautiful wife, beloved wife, who the Lord brought together, let no man put asunder. And that's the first thing they do in here. When they get you in a situation and they get you in that snare, but they try to divide you against your wife. And what they want to see is they want you to suffer. They want your girlfriend to turn against you, your wife to turn against you. They go straight to the women. Isaiah, you are wearied in the multitude of your counsels. Let not the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save you. For I knew that you would deal very treacherously, and was called the transgressor from the womb. From the womb. Behold, I have refined you, but not with silver. I have chosen you in the furnace of affliction. The Lord has to bring us through that tribulation. You know, we have to be abased before we can be exalted. We can't get there on our own. We'll defeat ourselves every time. Satan always defeats himself. And he never rewards his followers in the end. Chapter 49, Isaiah, the Lord has called I from the womb. From the bowels of my mother has He made mention of my name. He has made my mouth like a sharp sword. In the shadow of His hand He has hid I. In the shadow of His hand He has protected us that trust in Him. No matter what they put us through, they can only take our body. You know, the Fox's English martyrs in England, they were burned at the stake and in barrels. Sometimes their children were used to burn their parents. You know, forced to light the fire to burn their parents alive because they read the Bible in English. You know, it was against the law for English people to read the English Bible at the time.